Welcome, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Volk and Cannon's podcast. We are sponsored by. Okay, that's it.
No, no one.
No one.
Nobody cares about us.
We're sponsored by. We're sponsored by Mum and Dad's pension money.
Mum and Dad's inheritance.
Okay. All right. First things first. We need to talk about what the big world issue is right now, as we all know what's going on in the world today. It's on the news. It's affected everybody, loved ones, friends, all over the world, and it's about the lizard people.
Yes,
Mike.
I think it's time that we addressed this terrible thing that's happening in the world at the moment. That there are bases of underground, reptoid, giant 8 foot tall lizard people secretly controlling every aspect of our daily living lives. What are you going to do about it, Vulcan?
Well, tell me more about these lizard people. Who blew the lid off it? That's what I want to know.
Well, to the best of my knowledge, and I'm not an expert, it's a man called David Icke. Now, if my memory serves me correctly, he was a goalkeeper for, I think, Coventry City, and then he was, excuse me, he was a sports pundit. I mean, basically, he's like the real life Alan Partridge. But imagine if Alan Partridge went completely batshit mental and started to believe that lizard people ran the universe.
Where does he get his science from? Because I am a man of science, and I did not pass GCSE science, but
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. See, now I'm sure it's the Buddhist or someone that said that you have to look inside yourself to find the answers to everything. And that's where he got the science from. Inside his own brain. He didn't need books. He didn't need learning. He didn't need the book learning. He just, I think he makes the science up. I think. Don't quote me on that.
okay.
But I think he just makes it up.
I always think that why do crazy people always say that, like, they're always like conspiracy theorists, or like, like, oh God spoke to me, and it's like, does he really want to speak to you?
Oh fuck no! But that's what happened with him, wasn't it? It was. He went on Terry Wogan. And he literally, dude, you look it up. We can put a link in it somewhere so someone can watch it. There's 2 parts to this, which is amazing. Number one, I think it was like 1990 or something. He went on Terry Wogan. He told everyone that he was the son of God, and that mass cataclysms were going to come and like just destroy the world, sort of end of the world kind of stuff. The amazing thing is, about like 25 years later, he went on Terry Wogan again and like tried to get Terry Wogan to apologize to him because everyone laughed at him. Apparently that was Terry Wogan's fault. And I actually do blame Terry Wogan for that, and for the Eurovision Song Contest, which is just as evil as the reptile people.
See, the only thing about let's stick to conspiracies. Let's not go into Eurovision. Let's stick to conspiracy theory. Wasn't there a conspiracy theory that?
When you say there's a conspiracy against England or the United Kingdom in the Eurovision Song Contest, where we always come last, why is that? Because we're shit, or because they're against us? Because of Brexit? Because we left? Because he pissed everyone off?
Oh, are we still going to be? Are we still going to be in Eurovision?
Do you know what? This is the crazy thing. Is I'm not getting into politics here, because like what you did for Brexit is completely up to you. What I did, and I'll just keep it to myself. I definitely voted to leave, but that's fine. I didn't. Sorry, not leave. Stay. Remain in Europe. Drank too much coffee today. But I've completely lost my train of thought now. This is what happens when I start talking about conspiracies and Eurovision Song Contest.
Well, I think it's that if Australia could be in it, we could still be in it.
Oh no, that's it. Yeah. So what I'm saying is though, if as part of the leaving Europe thing, they'd have said you can vote out of Europe and then we'll stop being in the Eurovision Song Contest, I'd have voted. It's the one thing that would have got me to do it. But there we go. But they didn't.
But for me personally, Eurovision has a very soft spot in my heart because it's one of the many times of the year where you can literally just get drunk and laugh at everyone's crappy songs.
Or you could just, but I'm going to show that I'm old now. You could just listen to modern young people's music.
Oh, let's not get that. Let's stick to conspiracy theories, Mike. Let's stay on track.
Okay, so that's fine. So yeah, David Icke. So went on Terry Wogan, told everyone that he was God, and that thing. But the thing is, he went back on it, and then later he said, actually, no, I was just confused because the voice that appeared in his head, which is apparently all right in that respect, it told him stuff, but it was kind of lying then. Then he realised he wasn't God, but he was here on a mission to stop the lizard people. And the Queen is a lizard person. Oh, and they eat babies.
Interesting science. Fascinating science. This is literally like, what was it? Was like.
If you actually watch the Queen's speech, if you look really closely in the background, there are dummies everywhere from all the babies she's eaten. They spit them out when she eats them.
My God.
Look really closely.
I will do, Mike. I will do. That is fascinating. There is also another conspiracy that I think someone told me, and it's always that the sky is not real. They think it's one massive telly.
There's people that think that it's like the Truman Show. Well, I mean, flat earthers. So people that think the Earth is flat, like a pizza. But then they think that there's a massive. Think about it, it's like a snow globe over us, and then it's not space. What do you think it is? So think flat Earth, globe over us. We're inside it. It's not space. What is it?
What is it, Mike?
What we think is space. Well, I'll give you 3 guesses.
Well, what's the question exactly?
What do you mean? What's the question? Okay. So, I'm going to get really annoyed with you. The Earth is flat.
Yeah.
Right, imagine the Earth is flat, right?
Okay, I've got my hand up.
You got it. Awesome. Then, going over the Earth, there's like a dome.
Yeah.
That's what we're contained within. So what we think is space, yeah, these people think it's something else. So the dome and then above us. So let's say if I cracked a hole in that dome, whatever it is would come through. What do you think they think it is? Oh my God.
Space.
How hard is this?
It's space. I don't go.
Okay, no, all right. Okay, listen. You know it's space, and I know it's space, and 99% of everybody knows it's space. What I'm getting at,
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, those listening, this is going to happen a lot. I get so confused.
Right. Oh my God. Right. If space isn't space, and I'm not saying I believe this, and I know you don't believe this, so let's set the parameter. It is space. We know that. But let's say we're talking to one of these people. They don't think it's space. They think it's. What do you think they think it is?
Custard cream. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. They do. They think it's. Yeah, of course. They think the universe is full of custard cream biscuits. It's water. They think it's water.
Do you think it's water?
Yeah, because they look at the stars, and because the stars twinkle, they're like that. If you put an LED under a glass, that's what it looks like. So it must be water.
Well, do you know what? You've convinced me. Welcome to the conversion, everybody.
All right, I'll tell you what. Do you want to play a little game?
Okay, let's go to the game. All right.
Cool.
This is the segment what we are now going to call Volk versus Cannon.
Okay, so I've got a little test for you.
Okay.
I'm going to read you some real conspiracies, and I'm going to read you some fake conspiracies. You have to guess whether they're true or false.
Okay, I have Google by my side.
No. Turn your phone off. Right. Okay. So first one.
Let me just grab my beer.
So we're not saying that this is true. We're just saying people think it's an actual conspiracy. Some of them are, some of them aren't. All right.
All right. But okay. I know. All right.
And just don't make me explain that to you again.
Okay. I know. No, I've got it.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Okay.
So first one, the moon landings didn't really happen, and they filmed them in a bunker somewhere in the desert in America, and it was directed by Stanley Kubrick. That true or false?
That is a true conspiracy that people believe in.
It is, yeah. And have you seen the film Capricorn 1?
Yes.
Where they faked the Mars landing. Yeah. They're saying conspiracy theorists say that that's them telling us they did it, because if you're going to have a conspiracy, you've got to let everyone know you bloody did it. It's totally stupid. Okay. Second one. Let's see, what else have we got? The 9/11 was an inside job.
That is a conspiracy that people do believe.
Correct. Okay. Here's the next one. The living Chuckle brother, so the Chuckle brother who's still alive, actually ate the other Chuckle brother when he died to sustain his life for another 100 years.
That's BS. That's not true. People do not believe that.
No, I literally just made that up. Okay, cool.
Okay, good. I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll.
Okay. All right. So, that the American government actually have been in contact with aliens since the Roswell crash of 1947, and the aliens are actually controlling the American government, and the American government are letting them abduct people for a laugh.
That sounds so fucking crazy. But there are people out there. I gotta say that's the truth. That's the true. People believe that's a true conspiracy.
Correct. All right, next
What?
one.
What?
That's true.
Shut the front door.
I think Harry Truman, the President Harry Truman, apparently had like a conference with an alien.
Like a sit down, like in Goodfellas.
Yeah, like a conference, you know, like a hotel or whatever. They sit down and have bagels. I don't know. Right, next one. Got two left.
Okay.
Michael Jackson isn't actually dead. He's actually managing a PC world in Hull under the name of Matthew Jackson.
Do you know what? That is up to bullshit.
Yeah,
Why don't you just say that if two? Oh, I've got the Tupac one already.
Sorry?
Oh no, never mind. Sorry, I interrupted you. Carry on.
No, that's fine. No, that's total rubbish. Okay, the last one is Bruce Willis and Harry Hill are the same person.
People believe that because it's that picture, in it. It's because of that picture.
What? I made that up. What picture? What picture is this? What picture have you seen? What have you been looking at?
Mate, there's a picture. I swear to God, there's a picture. Oh, it's Bill Murray. No one knows if this is a picture of Tom Hanks or Bill Murray, and neither of them know.
What? They're totally different.
No, mate. We're gonna put it in the links, ladies and gentlemen. We will put it in the links. There's a picture of Tom Hanks or Bill Murray with this person, and no one knows if it's Bill Murray or Tom Hanks because none of them remember if taking this picture. So
what? No, I could definitely tell the difference between Tom.
Mate. Oh, don't never say. Oh no. We're gonna put
one of them will be dressed like a Ghostbuster, and the other one will be dressed like a cowboy. That's how you tell the difference.
Tom Hanks. What cowboy movie has he played in?
Oh my God, Toy Story, you spam. What film is Tom Hanks in the cowboy yet?
Mate, he didn't. He's not gonna.
It was still Tom Hanks. Woody was caricatured to look sort of like Tom Hanks. All right, fair enough. Maybe that wasn't the best one.
Yeah. Exactly.
Which one started as a kid and then grew up into an adult overnight after making a wish?
Tom Hanks.
There you go. That's how you tell the difference.
Could have said like, you know, Castaway or something. But anyway.
Which one has a dubious, possibly sexual relationship with a ball?
Wilson. All right. I have a game for you.
Okay, excellent. Go for it.
Okay. The topic of this game is who would you be in this movie? You know when you say that, oh, I'll probably die at this moment, or I'll be that guy, or like, you know, like yeah. So that's the game. Who would you be? We're gonna start. We're gonna start with the big one. You go first, and I'll go first. Who would you be in Titanic?
I'd be the captain. Oops, I fucked up. Bye.
I blew my leg off. We're going to talk about that next. I'm making a note of that. We're going to make a note about that. So you would be...
I'd be the captain.
You would be the captain. And so
Captain Birdseye. I would be that guy.
So you're saying that you would just literally not do anything and just hover around a sinking ship.
Yeah, I'd probably sweat more. Panic a bit more. I'd probably try and dress up as an old lady or something.
That's what I was going to say.
Get on the boat.
I would. This is me, yeah. This will say a lot about my personality, I guess, for the viewers out there. I would literally be the guy that grabs that girl and says, I have a child! I have a child!
I would steal someone's baby.
I would literally do anything to survive. You know, do you know what I think you would be? I think you would be that Italian guy that gets crushed by the chimney.
Yeah, maybe. Donk.
Donk.
I'd be that guy that falls off and hits the propeller. Bonk.
Oh, God. Imagine.
All right, so wait, am I asking you now who you'd be in a certain movie?
Well, I'll be the guy that steals the kid. But yeah.
All right, what's the next film?
Okay, no. Now you tell me a movie. You got to tell me a movie, dude. On the spot.
I like how you just sprung this on me. I couldn't think of anything. All right, who would you be? Oh, okay, here's a good one. Who would you be in Jurassic Park 3? just Jurassic Park.
The first one.
Yes.
I think I would be.
And if you say Dr. Ian Malcolm, you're full of shit.
Okay. Let me just.
Oh, I'll be here.
Let me just
No.
let me delete my notes.
Shut up.
Do you know who I would be? I would be. I know who you would be. But
Right, I'll tell you. Right, before you actually reveal who you think I'll be, I'll tell you who I think you think I'll be.
Right.
But do you first. No, you go first. Who would you be?
I'll be the fat dude. Get rich scheme, bro. Take the DNA, sell it, and then get fucked up by that thing. Like, you know, does that.
Yeah. Dilophosaurus.
Dilophosaurus.
That was cool.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to go with you think. you, you think I would be the skivey lawyer guy who gets eaten on the toilet by the T-Rex?
No! I think
Oh, really?
No! Oh, that's me! No, that's again cowardice. I'll be out of there. Yeah, that's me. I forgot. That's me. That's me, dude.
Fuck the kids.
Fuck the kids.
See you later,
I'm
kids.
going to leave the confined space of a like a 4x4 mirror to a hut with a toilet.
This hut looks sturdy.
It's raining. No, I think you would be clever girl. The clever girl guy.
Oh, that dude. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I think
maybe.
you would want to show off because she's smoking hot in that movie, and you don't actually know her to hunt, but you would pretend. You would probably find.
I've got this.
You'd probably be like, I found. You probably went into the locker room hiding, and then think, oh, I found the uniform. Oh, look cool.
That's a nice uniform, man. That hat. I love the hat, and half of it's like pinned up.
I love that.
Cool hat.
Did you know in the scene when they say shoot her? Shoot her! Did you know, like, when it zooms in a little bit, you can see that he's not on the other side of on the cage thing. There's no one there.
He's hiding. That's why. He's hiding.
Yeah.
All right, your turn. Your turn. Movie.
Okay, cool. All right, movie. We're gonna go with The Matrix, the first one.
Okay, first one. Dude, I got it.
Okay, who would Cannon be in The Matrix? First one.
I'd be Morpheus.
Why do you think you would be Morpheus?
Because I look good in a black leather coat.
I've never seen you in leather.
I know all kung fu.
Mate, you're so short. That coat is so long, you'd be fucking dragging it.
I trip over on it.
All right.
Just so everyone knows, because obviously people don't know me or look like I'm a relatively short man. By relatively short, I mean very short. But it's fine. I'm cool with it. I don't have short man syndrome. I promise.
Okay.
No, all right. Who would I be seriously? Oh, I don't know. The woman in the red dress. I don't know. I have no idea. Who would you be?
I would be the guy that betrays Morpheus and everyone.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're the guy with the tash that betrays everyone.
Yeah, that would be. I would want to go back into the Matrix, and I would literally want to
be rich
and
just have a perfect life.
Just be like, I want to literally that line. I want to remember nothing.
Yeah, I don't. To be fair though, like let's delve a little deeper into this. Like, this is really weird actually, because I actually watched The Matrix for a couple of nights ago, and I haven't watched it for ages. Literally years. And there was a part of my brain that was like, if you think about it, really, the machines are actually like quite nice in, just bear with me on this, because they could have just used everyone as batteries and not done anything, but they put them in the Matrix. Does that make sense?
Say that again? So
they put them in the Matrix.
Yeah, they put them in the
So they've actually given them a life. So they could just use them as a battery and not like stimulate them in any way. You just picked up, put in that pod thing, covered in goo, and you're a battery. But they actually connect them to a matrix, which makes them think they're alive, and you're actually living a life without even realizing you're a battery. So in a weird way, that's relatively merciful. Would you not say?
Yeah, exactly. It's but there's another theory behind that. There's another theory behind that. What you're saying there is that the real world which is the Matrix, and then the real world when Neo wakes up is another layer of the Matrix that.
Oh, there's more Matrix.
That because how could the real world be so fake, real, and then the real world, which is where the robots are, be so fantastical? So the robots make
And
them
also,
be. There's like a layer of
under
this.
no, I get it. And under like the general law of physics, Neo manipulate things in the real world where they wake up, where the machines have taken over. How can he use his powers there if it's not another level of the Matrix?
And then, yeah, exactly. And it's, you know, the scene where the robots were about to attack, where they literally had their last stand in a little tunnel with like one machine gun.
Yeah.
That would have gone well, wouldn't it? And then the robots start flying around, acting all cool, like, yeah, safe. We didn't annihilate your human race, but now we're friends, right? Pound it. And then Morpheus says, "Is this real?" Because there's a hint towards that. And I think there's a new Matrix movie coming out, and I think they're gonna delve into that now. That they're gonna go back into pretty much saying, "Hey, Neo, remember when I told you to take that random blue pill, red pill, whatever it was, and then you went into the real world? Yeah, that's not the real world. There's another world." I would have been pissed. I would have take me back.
Yeah, but still, like if you think of the machines, the Matrix, Skynet, which just wants to annihilate everyone, it's, you know, they're not that bad.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Like I love the Matrix. I love
Which
this.
actually weirdly brings us back to the fact that there are some people though that do think that we live in the Matrix. Going back to conspiracy theories, we somehow got back to that because we went way off piste. But yeah.
So yeah, could you imagine if people believe that? Because my only argument is, how good is their Wi-Fi? Is it loud? That's a lot of rumors. Is it like BT? Is it Virgin? Who knows?
Well, to be fair though, there are actual shit physicists that we may live in a simulation.
Good God!
So there's a possibility we could be living in some sort of simulation, like more complex than we can ever imagine. Like, if you think about video games, how far we've gone in 50 years of video games, there are. These aren't like nutters. This isn't David Icke and this people. This is actual physicists say there is a possibility, looking at the data and some of the tests and stuff they've done, that we do live in some kind of a simulation, like some kind of really complex, insane hologram. So yeah, but I think I've just gone into the third level of the Matrix. I think that's what I've done.
I was already there, mate. I was there last week.
You were there in Fabric.
Oh, Fabric days. That's another podcast that we're going to talk about. Maybe part 2 actually of this. We're going to take a short break in a couple of minutes actually.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll have 2 minutes. So I guess the next segment would be, we're just going to take a short break, and because I'm just going to get a glass of water. And we could both go for wee because we're both very old and can't have small bladders now.
Yes, I've been drinking coffee, which makes me poo.
Oh, good God. Alright, we'll be right back, guys, and it will be like movie magic. And we are back. Mike took an enormous poo, I assume, and I peed. I didn't make it to the toilet, so I made it to the plant.
Well, that's just as good. You're doing 2 good things there. 1, you're urinating, and 2, you're watering a plant with urine.
If I peed on a plant, would it die?
I don't know. I actually don't know that. We need to find that out. We actually need to find out whether that is a thing.
we need to get to the top of it. We need to get to the bottom of it. We need to get to the top, mate. All right.
I think just one sec before you move on to that, I just have to say, the thing you have to establish is, if you drink urine, will you die? So what actually needs to happen is, you need to drink urine first, then you need to test it on a plant, because if it'll kill you, it'll kill a plant. Hello?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just sending you a message. We like to have a send a message. And yeah, so did you remember that TV show Brainiac?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
it was it Richard Hammond?
It was Richard Hammond, and it had that other scientist guy that was on Big Brother.
What's his name?
I'm
going to get it before you. Shut up. John Tickle.
John Tickle. I've met him, by the way, and Richard Hammond.
Well, you met him, but you don't remember his name. That's so insulting.
Yeah. Wait, who is this?
Nick? Don't remember his name. I've met him though.
Anyway, I hope he's not listening. If he is,
I doubt it.
If he is, I'm sorry, Richard Hammond. But
Richard Hammond, we're sorry he insulted your mate.
Do you remember there was a segment where if it's true or false?
Yes.
Then they did one where if you hurt your leg and someone pees on your leg, it'll sterilize it. But that was a wrong fact because you meant to pee yourself.
Yeah, and I don't think it's not just if you hurt your leg. Like, I think it's relatively specific, as in, I think it's jellyfish stings, certain things like that. Like, if you just get a cut in your leg, nobody should be urinating in that. I just want to make that clear for everyone. And if you just, someone kicks you at football, they run on with a sponge. 11 men don't all get their dicks out and start pissing over you. It's so stupid.
Is that not what happens?
Maybe not when I play football. No, don't know about you. Do you play football with your creepy uncles?
No, I play mine at the kink parties. Don't drink
Don't
lemonade.
drink the lemonade.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I stole that from you.
All right, next segment of the show, of the podcast. We've got to stop calling it a show. Is it a show or a podcast? Oh, anyway, who cares?
Don't say we. You're the one that's doing it. But anyway, carry on.
I am the host, so. All right, let's get down to business. All right, pressing matters. Funniest YouTube videos that we really love. First, my favorite one is this guy. I'm going to set the scene. This guy,
go for it.
is doing that obstacle course thing with a gun that is in his backyard. Clearly, he's clearly in Southern America, and it's not a professional one like Keanu Reeves did in John Wick's training. He literally just built his own one, and he's going through shooting these pans and pots and plates. And at the very end, this guy is shooting a lawnmower with C4 in it.
Is it actually C4? I thought it was just like a propane tank or something.
It was C4, and I don't know the maths but let's just say 1 kilo of C4, you need to be 2 meters away. Okay, that's pretty much the logic of it. Does that make sense?
Right, okay. So did he measure it and do a little flag? I'm saying this like
No, I know
exactly what you're talking about.
He literally just kept on shooting at this lawnmower with C4 in it, but he kept on missing, so he went closer and closer and closer. And when stuff in videos, when something doesn't look that far away, it looks too close. This guy was really close, and he didn't take the propeller out the thing, and he shot the C4, and I guess what you could say, the propeller guy's leg blew his leg off.
The blade of the lawnmower blew his leg off, didn't it?
Jesse! And the only thing he could say was, Jesse, I blew my leg off.
I blew my leg off, Jesse! I love how a guy getting horribly dismembered is so funny to her.
I know, but it's just like
it's not what happens. Like if that happened and he just laid on the and was like, you'd be like, well, we'd probably still laugh at it. But the point being is, it's not what happens; it's what he says and how he says it.
It's just like if I blew my leg off, I wouldn't say anything. I would just be like, oh! God, the ambulance.
To be fair, it's pretty impressive the fact he can actually just even get a sentence out of that. Like, Jesse, I blew my leg off.
The real question is, he's gonna have to talk about that. Mate, if me and you are friends, we get to know each other. You will ask me one day, Vulcan, how did you lose your leg? You would ask it eventually.
And you could just lie. You could be like, I was in Nam. you're like 30 that you were. But yeah, I know what you mean. Whereas everybody in where he lives, or everyone that knows him, will have seen that, and they'll forever know that he's the dickhead who blew his leg off with a lawnmower.
Just imagine that. Well, Mike, if you must know, I was decided to shoot a lawnmower with some C4 in it. I forgot to take the blade out.
Did you do it from the appropriate distance?
Oh no, I was literally like a stone's throw away, and I am not a good stone thrower. And I shot it. The propeller came out, which I should have taken out, and cut my leg off. Do you know what? If I told you that story, you probably think I'm lying.
I'd probably shoot your other leg off.
About Jesse, my leg blew up again.
Blew my other leg off.
Okay, all right. Next video clip. I think everyone would not remember this one. We'll remember. I think everyone will remember this. It's the grape lady. Mike, it's your turn. Set the scene.
Okay, so we have a news report. You're kind of. It's a puff piece. Nothing serious going on here. It's a lady. There's some kind of wine festival. I'm not entirely sure where it is, but they're in the barrels crushing the wine, you know, up and down, and you crush the wine. And this one woman, I'm not sure, is she the reporter or is she just one of the people that work there? Don't know. But
she's the reporter. She's the reporter, dude. Because she's the one mic'd up.
Man, dude, if she was an experienced wine crusher, this never would have happened. she's in it, she's crushing away, and then she loses her balance. I can't talk about it without laughing. She loses her balance and she falls off. It's on a platform as well, so I reckon she's about ground, and she just falls straight on her front, like literally. Be honest, the first time I saw her, I thought she might have broken her arm because she lands like on both her arms. But then she's just really winded, and she just lays there going.
It's literally just like, and she's trying to speak. She's trying to speak. And it's like, it hurts.
I can't breathe.
Oh, mate, when was the last time you got winded, like proper?
All right, I'm gonna set the scene here. It was about 1992, primary school, and there was a kid called. He was like, you know, when you go to school and there's always that kid who they're your friend, and you go around the house, but you won't eat anything in their house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you're that friend of mine now.
Okay.
But anyway, he was that kid, and I can't remember. It was in like the lunch line or something, and I pushed in front of him, and I turned around. This is so pathetic, and he smacked me like right in the chest with a bottle of Ribena, and yeah, it didn't matter, and it really winded me. Like, I literally couldn't breathe. I didn't cry though. I cried a lot.
It's like you're gonna die.
Oh no! Being winded is the worst feeling in the world.
I got winded when, I don't know if it's winded or just I got hit in the balls really hard, but I was obviously a goalie because I was fat and I just wasn't very good at football. I didn't want to run around, but I had to play football, so I was like, I'll be the goalie, and the ball hit me like between my stomach, like that area, and I just felt like the world was going to end. I literally was just.
Oh, like, dude, it's the worst. It is. Being winded is awful.
Yeah, but
other than blowing your leg off.
I blew my leg off.
I've been winded, Jesse. I've been winded, Jesse.
Could you imagine the phone call? Hey, Mike, I can't come to dinner. I blew my leg off. All right. Now we're gonna go with.
I've got one.
Okay. Oh no! Wait. You do it.
You sure? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Permission to talk. Thank you.
The floor is yours.
The floor is yours. All right. Well, what about? I'm not sure what town it is. It might be Rochdale or something. But basically, Britain's best freestyle rapper.
Oh.
You know, do you want to give us an impression?
I can't remember.
I know.
I can't remember his lyrics.
What do you mean you can't remember his lyrics? All right, I'll do it. In your face. In the place, doing it in the place, doing it up your face, kicking him in the face, gonna kick the little kid in the face. You must remember that guy.
Oh god, yeah, I know. I don't remember the lyrics, but I remember him.
Thing is, he has like 3 lyrics, only like literally 3 lyrics, but then he says that he can't remember them. But it's because I think he's a smackhead.
I think so too. That reminds me of that video of that guy that kicks the pigeon and calls it a knobhead.
We've all done that.
No, we haven't. I'm from the city, mate. I'm from the city. I don't know.
You eat them. You hunt them.
We hunt them. Why do you think we've got so many chicken shops?
Oh, Jesus.
All right, cool. We got the kid that couldn't break the stick and started it off as he's God.
What about the ones where they're the really big guys and they're Jedi fighting and the one slips?
Oh God. But and then there's obviously the old classic Super Saiyan kid that turned Super Saiyan.
I thought that kid was gonna literally like burst his heart or something.
I'm
that
surprised.
Kid goes mad.
Do you know what I thought was gonna happen? I thought his mum was gonna come in and be like, "What? What the hell are you doing?" Like, if I heard my son screaming in the other room, I'll bowl in there and be like, "What the fuck are you doing? Have you lost?"
Maybe they're not home. I don't know, or they just don't care. They're like, he's lost to them. They're done with him.
Or he does it so many times. They're like, "Oh, what's that? Oh, it's just Ian becoming Super Saiyan again." It must be annoying.
Yeah, it's like his auntie comes around to him. Yeah, just ignore Ian.
It's annoying.
He's lost his mind.
He's just like, he thinks he's a Super Saiyan. And then obviously,
but just imagine one day if he actually did it.
Oh, I'll be scared.
Think about it.
If you're listening, I'm not making fun out of you. I hope you become Super Saiyan one day and don't come.
Yeah, me too.
And
all the best for you.
And don't send me to another dimension like Vegeta does. Oh yeah, I know Dragon Ball Z a little bit. Ladies.
Get a life.
Ladies.
Ladies. Where are the ladies gone?
All right. So then we got. I think everyone knows this if they're a gamer or not. World of Warcraft kid, the one that sticks the remote up his butt, and he has a. And then if you don't know it, please, for the love of God, I will set the scene. This kid's mother, he's playing too much World of Warcraft, and his mum deactivates his account because he's always using his mum's credit card. You can hear him arguing through the door. His younger brother puts a hidden camera in there because he knows he's going to freak out in his room.
Dude, to interrupt, the glee, when the kid puts the camera down, the glee in his face of what it's about to capture.
Yeah, he's
beautiful.
He knows what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
And literally, this kid just busts into his room and starts... I don't know how to explain it. Having a mental breakdown while making animal weird sci-fi noises, and then he just ends up stripping, trashing his bed.
He's having tantrums.
He's having a tantrum. He goes into the cupboard, comes out naked. I don't know. He got undressed real quickly. He's like the Superman when he goes into the phone booth and comes out as Superman. And then he decides to, in a fit of rage, grab his remote control for his TV. And puts it up his butt. I don't know.
He beats himself with a shoe as well. Smokes and kicks his own head in with a fucking shoe.
And then he storms the room out in his boxers to yell at his mum some more. And then you can hear his younger brother coming in, like, "Oh my God!" Like, that was. Do you know what? I know his rage. Because I played World of Warcraft, and obviously I was fortunate enough to have EMA money.
Was that like 30 quid a week, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, so I had EMA money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was a baller, mate. I was a baller, buying drinks for all my friends that had money. Actually,
drinks cans of Dr. Pepper.
Mate, it was Lamborghini, mate. That was my go-to. And then, but yeah, that was a good one. All right, then we got, what else we got? We got, all right, so this is my personal favorite one, because I think this is what everyone secretly would do. There's like a big lottery in America, and they obviously they always film anything in America, the news, and they're interviewing people. What would you spend your money on? What would you spend your money on? And this one guy just turned around and she said, "What would you spend your money on?" And he literally just went, "Hookers and cocaine on live TV." And he just went back to swiggling the little circle.
To be fair to the dude, though, at least he was being honest.
I mean, like, if he said stuff like, you know, "I'm going to donate it to an orphanage," I'd be like, "You're chatting shit, man."
Liar. Absolute rubbish.
Absolute rubbish. Mike, we got your favourite, because you lived in the country. Fenton, the dog.
Fucking dog.
Have you ever seen something? Alright, set the scene, mate. Set the scene.
I don't really need you, do I? It's Fenton. It runs away after a bunch of like deer or elk or something. I don't know. And then obviously the guy just starts screaming the dog's name. The thing about that is, I personally would have shouted that dog's name twice. And if I hadn't trained it well enough to come back, I'd be ashamed of myself. I'd just leave it. I'd be like, he's better off out there. I'd let him go. And I'd just get a new dog that I would train mercilessly to obey my every command. Oh, wait, dude, come on, what about the dog you had? The one that was viciously trained.
Oh, yeah, my dad. Ivan the Maniac. Oh, don't my dad. We had that. And that's another story. That's another story. That's
save that for another day.
We'll save that for another day, guys.
But yeah, Fenton. It's it's an internet classic.
You know what I think is an internet classic, and I know you're going to agree with me. It's the fat Star Wars kid. The one.
I mean, that was the first one. Do you know what I thought you were going to say?
Which one was the thing I was going to say?
I thought you were going to say World Star Hip Hop.
What?
Do you remember when we were at uni?
Oh yeah, World Star, yeah. I didn't even know what it was called. I just thought it was called World Star.
World Star Hip Hop.
Oh
but it had like the sideline in just brutal street fights that we used to love watching.
We used to blaze that on the TV on your dorm room, didn't we?
Yeah, when we were supposed to be doing work, we just watched fight after fight. It's because we're pussies, so we're too scared to get into fights.
I love it.
We just live vicariously.
I love it. I love it because me and you were like, as if we were like like Joe Rogan, that when he does the narration for those big fights, UFC fights,
Yeah.
we're like, yeah, man, he's got to do this. He's got to give him a left. It's like, you know what? Yeah, he should have done I'm a wrestling guy. Mike's more of a boxing guy, and Mike's like actual Olympic wrestling, not WWE. Thank you. And Greek style, freestyle. That's it. And I said, you should grab him, man. He should have done that. And then if we were in a real fight, I would have been like, like I always used to tell my ex, if there a guy ever came up to him and was staring at you, I would literally, and he was bigger than me, I would literally be like,
Here's her number.
Here's our number. She is now yours. Please don't hurt me. I have a great Pokemon card collection. You can have it.
Is there anything else? Can I buy you a drink? I'll buy you both a drink. Yeah. I used to love. But like I said, it's one. I think it's that like primal thing within us. It's like I think they did experiments where they showed like porn and fighting and loads of different things to chimpanzees and the chimps.
Have you been
like,
going?
When they saw?
Have you been going through my history?
Yeah. Basically, when they saw the porn, they all got boners and like started doing it. When they saw the fighting, they all just started jumping around. They loved the fighting because chimps are people. I think a lot of people think chimps are really cute, but chimps are actually psychotic, really, really dangerous animals. Yeah. So when they and I think with humans it's the same. So you and me, we were like a pair of chimps.
Oh, it's
just
like,
watching that.
I love
screaming and fighting.
I love those stories about scientists doing like the stories about scientists like experiment on people, like when they gave all those soldiers drugs to see to make.
Oh, what about the one where the woman lived with a dolphin and then the dolphin tried to fuck her?
and then, okay, we're going to go through these ones now. We've got 10 minutes. We're going through these. This is the last segment. All right, we're going through weird scientific experiments. All right, we're going to start with the soldiers because that's my favourite because it's got video.
All right, go for it.
It's got the video footage. These scientists thought giving these soldiers drugs like acid, mushrooms, cocaine, all of it, they thought they would make them better soldiers. And you can see this guy holding an RPG and he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And he's literally just that poor cameraman. I would have been like, wait a minute.
He probably thought it was a freaking didgeridoo.
He probably thought it was a yo-yo. Trust me, if you're on acid, you just think anything. Like when at that time, I thought I lost my thumbs in fabric.
Jesus.
Yeah, there's more stories coming up like that, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me. But that's one of my favourites because then they said the commanding officer was lost because they found him hiding in the tree.
Talking to a raven.
All right, now the dolphin story. Mike, take it away.
So, as far as I remember, it was a scientist, and I don't know what they wanted to prove. See, this is the thing. I don't even know what they wanted to prove. All I know is they built a house. They built a house, but this house was like the first 5 feet of it or 4 feet of it water, and then a woman lived in the house with the dolphin. And they became like a husband and wife. That might be taking it a bit far. They didn't marry them or anything, but then the dolphin became very attached to the woman. There are rumours that they actually did. There was some.
And there's an ending to this. There's an ending to this. So I know it. They thought to make them become more connected, they gave them acid. Why did
yes, and then to help their blossoming romance, they gave them both fucking acid.
Why did they always lead to drugs? I think it's just. It was just that period where I think it was the Vietnam period when all the soldiers were obviously just getting high on opium.
Because I think they thought the drugs could get them through. I don't know. It's one of those weird things though. I'd never growing up. I always thought dolphins, like chimps. I always thought dolphins were kind of cute. Dolphins are actually kind of dangerous, and they're also sexual deviants. Like the episode of King of the Hill where the dolphin tries to have sex with Hank Hill.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh man. What about that experiment where they made movies about this? They got 6 people to become prison guards.
Oh yeah.
And they got another 6 people to become prisoners. Now, everyone knew this was an experiment. And so the guards knew that these people did not commit any crime. But for some crazy reason, was it the 3rd day, the prison guards just became insane?
I'll be honest, it's really weird how once you're given a position of power, you just become... if that was me, I'd be like, I'd turn into the fucking guy from the Green Mile.
What? Which one? You're like dead man walking. Dead man walking. That guy. Yeah.
No, Tom Hanks.
No.
I'd become Tom Hanks. I'd be the good
Do you know
one.
who
No,
I'll
not
be?
really. I don't know.
I'll be that big black guy. Like, he's the most. I'm not even. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a big black guy. No, I'm not. Look at my profile pictures. Trust me, I'm not. That guy would fuck you up.
God, dude, he's dead, isn't he?
He died. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So another one. I've got another one for you, mate. We'll go back to it before we start finishing up. Who would you be in the movie Armageddon?
I don't know. I'd probably be one of those like waste astronauts that just gets blown away like the minute they land in the astronaut.
Oh, yeah, the one that gets sucked out the window. Like, oh my god, this is it. Ah! Just gets doesn't want to get hit by the other one.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't seen that film for maybe a decade.
I rewatched it just like I watched it. That's why I was thinking about it. Because do you know what? I remember. Don't wanna close my eyes.
I don't wanna fall asleep.
I could not believe that's his daughter.
Oh god, yeah, I know, it's crazy.
I know.
She's an elf.
Nah, she's an elf. Yeah, I could not believe it for years. I was like, "What are you on about?" I said, "That's Aerosmith's
The
daughter."
fact they had the same like surname that did that.
No, because I was young when the movie came out, and I actually thought his name was fucking Aerosmith.
What, like Aero, like the chocolate bar?
No, I don't. I thought
and his surname was Smith.
I thought
I'm Aero Smith.
I'm not a music guy, dude. I thought for fucking years. I thought Led Zeppelin was a geezer. For fucking years, bro. For fucking years, I'm like, which one's Led? They're like, it's the band, you fucking maniac. I think someone. Do you know what I think it is? I think someone told me that that's one of the guys called Led Zeppelin just to fuck with me.
So is this the only band you think like this? Is it all bands you think are just a person?
Oh, for a period, there was a long period. I thought there was just the one person because Bob Dylan's not in a bloody band. It's just Bob Dylan. It's getting a bit confusing now.
Oh yeah, it's a bit.
No,
I'll give you that.
You can't blame me, man. Oh my god! I tell you what, though, I made someone believe. Oh god, I can't remember. The Cold War. I made him believe that the Cold War didn't actually happen. It was a movie.
What? Who was this?
I'm not telling them. I'm not saying names. But he was literally like, "So what's up with this Cold War thing? What's up with it?" And I went,
"Well, it's over."
Well, it never happened.
Well, not.
It never happened. And he said, "What about East and West Germany? Why are they separated?" And I said, "Oh, it's because I made him believe this. Honest to God, I made him believe." I said to him, "Well, the reason why there was an East and West Germany is because they wanted different flags." And this whole thing, Cold War, didn't really happen. That's why they call it the Cold War, and it's and they made it into a movie. And he went,
"Should have said it was over a fridge." They were fighting.
Do you have you ever done that? Have you made someone convince someone something so ridiculous?
Okay, this is. Should I say this? No, it's not that bad. So back in the day, I think it was like Call of Duty Black Ops. Me and my nephew were playing. Makes me sound like the creepy uncle, but there's nothing inappropriate there. But anyway, me and my nephew were playing, and this kid was online, and we convinced this kid. I was like worm tongue because he was playing. I was sort of telling him what to say. And he convinced this kid that he knew this kid's dad, and that this kid's dad at work had been talking about killing the kid and his family, and the kid got really scared.
Okay, so I guess on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end it on the fact that we like to convince people utter balance. It's such a great feeling knowing that you've just convinced someone a complete lie. This is why we're not teachers. This is why we'll never be lecturers, because the urge of just telling lies would be too much.
I just can't help myself. I just can't help myself.
All right, so I guess, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Okay, and I guess we'll be tuning in. This is our first episode. How do you think it went, Mike?
Awful.
Absolutely awful. We need to plan this better a bit more. Okay, but it's all trial and error. All trial.
Exactly.
And error. Yeah, all trial and error. Okay, nice. All right, guys, stay safe and remember to wash your hands, stay away 2 meters, and